Plastic waste doesn't have to end up in landfills. It can become something beautiful. In today's video, we're turning ordinary PET bottles into stunning bangles that celebrate creativity, sustainability, and African craftsmanship. Watch how these vibrant designs come to life. From discarded PET bottles to elegant, eco-friendly jewelry, let's make fashion that cares for our planet. Right. So we peel off the cover of the bottle and then we cut from where the lines are because it's easier to cut when you follow the already established lines. Okay, let's make life easy for ourselves. All right, so we open up the bracelet, cutting from the line again. All right, and depending on the size that you want to cut of the bracelets, you can get at least 2 to 3, sometimes 4 bangles from each bottle. All right, so we're going to trim each cut very neatly. We don't want any hanging bits that's going to hurt our customers' arms now, do we? Cut off the sharp edges also, all 4 sharp edges. Trim them down, trim every bit that seems to be hanging somewhere or the other. Okay, and back to the trusty paper tape. Tape all the edges. Safety first at all times. Our customers must be safe. And when you're walking, please keep all the little bits aside. They can hurt somebody. Excuse me. So now, we've covered all the edges. Now to cover with our fabrics, all right? We've pre-cut some of the fabrics and laying it down. Now you be careful because this thing keeps flipping over. It is plastic after all right? So once we have ascertained that the size will cover every bit of the PET bottle, now our bangle, we now go ahead and add glue to it. Now you notice on this as we go along that both sides have different types of finishing. That is to ensure that no matter the type of fabric you have, you can finish properly. This side is square and I'm cutting the notching the edge so that it folds properly once the glue is there. Notice how we're doing this, folding it in. We add glue to make sure it stays and then you fold over. Voila, we're done. Maybe not quite. Okay, so once we're done with this side, the other side you'll notice is going to be an envelope type of finish. That is when we have enough fabric at the end of it all to make sure that we have a neat finishing. You'll notice I keep emphasizing neatness. When you're doing this work, you need to show the world that upcycling doesn't have to be a dirty job. It doesn't have to be rough. It can be beautiful, and it is beautiful. I'm proud of me. Are you proud of yourself? So I want you to get going and pick up those bottles. Don't throw away your bottles when you drink Coke or anything. Okay, soda. All right then. So once you notice that this one side is already glued down, so we're going to do the other side to make sure that we cover all sides of the bottle. Yep, flip again, so you need to be careful. Okay, all right, once we're done with that, fold it over. Yeah, trying to figure and make sure that that's the envelope side, it's well placed, and then we fold it. Fold every corner neatly and tightly too, so that it doesn't bunch up anywhere. You can pull and flatten. Just make sure you get the finishing that you desire, which is a neat finishing. Okay, all right then. Yes, that wasn't so tight, so I had to pull it again. Pull, clean, do everything to make sure that you do a neat job. Now we're folding our envelope end. All right. Yes, you keep manipulating the fabric until you get the kind of finishing that you want. Don't be shy, don't be afraid. We keep working on it and keep doing it until, yes, we're done. All right then. So to the next design. I call this the figure eight, you see. So now we cut 3 inches by maybe 30 length. This is to make sure that we have just one fabric that we're working with, and it will wrap around all the edges, because for this design we're putting the fabric on only the edges of the bottle. Yes, and when you get to the corner you need to fold it over. Fold it over so that the fabric doesn't bunch up. All right, yeah, that's it. Fold it over gently, glue it down, and then we move to the next side. You need to do this bit by bit. This is not something to be rushed, okay? Bit by bit until you have the whole bracelet covered very nicely. There we go. There we go. All right. Remember, fold the corner. Yes, very important. So you get the finishing that you want. And you keep on making sure that on both sides of the bottle, no bracelet, you cover the paper tape. You must cover your magnets. They don't have to know how we did it. It's our little secret, okay? There we go. So from this bottle, we got 3 bracelets. Now, you could get 4 or 5 or 6. It all depends on how wide you want your bracelet to be. And there we are done. Now, very important notice. Don't forget to join our community today, and let's